Pharaoh Wahkare Khety II, the enigmatic ruler of the 10th Dynasty. In the annals of ancient Egyptian history, Pharaoh Wahkare Khety II of the 10th Dynasty stands as a figure shrouded in both mystery and intrigue. Reigning from approximately 2160 to 2040 before the Common Era, Khety II's reign is marked by both obscurity and significance. As we delve into the life and times of this enigmatic ruler, we will explore the rich tapestry of his era, uncovering the fascinating details of his reign and piecing together the scattered fragments of his legacy. A time of transition. To understand the impact of Wahkare Khety II, it's essential to grasp the context of his reign. The 10th Dynasty emerged during a turbulent period in ancient Egyptian history known as the First Intermediate Period. This was a time of fragmentation and decentralization following the decline of the Old Kingdom. The once unified Egypt had splintered into various regional powers, each vying for dominance and control. During the 6th Dynasty, the Old Kingdom had flourished with a centralized administration, monumental constructions, and a unified religious system. However, the collapse of this system led to widespread chaos. As the central authority weakened, local governors, known as nomarchs, began to exert greater control over their regions. This fragmentation marked the beginning of the First Intermediate Period, characterized by rivalries between competing local dynasties. Wahkare Khety II ascended the throne during this era of political disarray, inheriting a kingdom that was far from the majestic and orderly empire of the Old Kingdom. His reign was a balancing act, navigating the treacherous waters of internal strife while striving to restore some semblance of stability and order. It is within this chaotic framework that Khety II's efforts to solidify his rule must be understood. The pharaoh's origins. Little is known about the early life of Wahkare Khety II. Historical records from this period are scarce, and much of what we know is pieced together from inscriptions and archaeological findings. What we do know suggests that Khety II was a member of the powerful Khety family, which held significant influence in the region of Heracleopolis. The Khety family's rise to power was emblematic of the broader trends of the First Intermediate Period. Local rulers and officials increasingly asserted their independence, and the Khety family was no exception. By the time Wahkare Khety II came to the throne, the family's power had solidified, allowing them to claim the pharaonic title. The origins of the Khety family are not entirely clear, but they were closely associated with the city of Heracleopolis. This city, located in the Fayum region, was an important center during the First Intermediate Period. The family's influence in this region played a crucial role in their rise to power. The Khety family's control over Heracleopolis and its surrounding areas provided them with the resources and political leverage needed to establish their rule. The struggles of power. The reign of Wahkare Khety II was not without its challenges. As a ruler during a time of fragmentation, he faced significant internal and external pressures. The First Intermediate Period was characterized by a lack of central authority, with regional rulers and nomarchs, local governors, exerting considerable influence over their territories. This decentralized power structure made it difficult for any one ruler to maintain control over all of Egypt. Wahkare Khety II had to navigate these complex dynamics, balancing the interests of various factions while attempting to assert his authority. His reign was marked by efforts to consolidate power and restore some degree of central control. This was no easy feat, and the extent of his success remains a subject of scholarly debate. One of the significant challenges faced by Khety II was the competition from rival dynasties. During his reign, several other local dynasties also claimed the title of pharaoh, leading to a fragmented political landscape. The Heracleopolitan dynasty, to which Khety II belonged, was just one of several competing factions vying for dominance. This competition often led to conflicts and skirmishes, further complicating Khety II's efforts to establish a stable rule. In addition to external rivals, Khety II had to manage internal dissent and unrest. The decentralized nature of Egypt during this period meant that local rulers and officials often acted independently, making it challenging for Khety II to assert his authority over all regions. The loyalty of local officials and the cooperation of regional leaders were crucial for maintaining control, and Khety II had to employ a range of strategies to ensure their allegiance. The pharaoh's achievements. Despite the challenges, Wahkare Khety II's reign was not without achievements. One of his notable accomplishments was the construction of several significant monuments. These structures, though less grand than those of the Old Kingdom, were nonetheless impressive for their time. They serve as a testament to Khety II's ambitions and his desire to leave a lasting mark on the Egyptian landscape. One of the most significant monuments associated with Khety II is a temple at Heracleopolis. This temple was dedicated to the god Horus and was an important center of worship during his reign. The temple's inscriptions provide valuable insights into Khety II's religious beliefs and his efforts to align himself with the divine. The god Horus, a symbol of kingship and protection, was a fitting deity for a pharaoh seeking to restore stability to a fractured kingdom. The construction of the Horus Temple was not merely a religious endeavor, but also a strategic move. By dedicating the temple to Horus, Khety II sought to legitimize his rule and reinforce his connection to the divine. The temple served as a focal point for religious and political activities, helping to solidify Khety II's authority and foster a sense of unity among his subjects. In addition to his religious contributions, Wahkare Khety II also engaged in diplomatic efforts. He sought to strengthen ties with neighboring regions and establish trade relationships. These efforts were crucial for maintaining Egypt's economic stability during a time of uncertainty. By fostering trade and diplomacy, Khety II aimed to ensure that his kingdom remained economically viable and strategically positioned. One of the notable aspects of Khety II's diplomacy was his engagement with the neighboring Nubian region. Nubia, located to the south of Egypt, was an important trading partner and a potential source of valuable resources. Khety II's efforts to establish friendly relations with Nubian rulers helped to secure trade routes and ensure the flow of goods into Egypt. This diplomatic strategy contributed to the economic stability of his reign and strengthened Egypt's position in the region. The pharaoh's legacy. The legacy of Wahkare Khety II is a subject of much speculation. As with many rulers of the First Intermediate Period, much of what is known about Khety II comes from fragmented sources. His reign, while significant, did not produce the same level of monumental achievements as those of the Old Kingdom pharaohs. However, Khety II's efforts to consolidate power and restore stability should not be underestimated. His reign represents a crucial period of transition in Egyptian history, bridging the gap between the Old Kingdom and the Middle Kingdom. The challenges he faced and the strategies he employed offer valuable insights into the complexities of governance during a time of fragmentation. One intriguing aspect of Khety II's legacy is the possibility that he may have been involved in the early stages of what would later become the Middle Kingdom. Some scholars speculate that his efforts to restore order and centralize power laid the groundwork for the eventual reunification of Egypt under the 11th dynasty. While this theory remains speculative, it highlights the importance of Khety II's role in shaping the course of Egyptian history. The transition from the 10th to the 11th dynasty was a complex process that involved a series of political, social, and economic changes. The 11th dynasty, which succeeded the 10th dynasty, marked the beginning of the Middle Kingdom, a period of renewed centralization and stability. Khety II's contributions to this transition, whether direct or indirect, played a role in shaping the future of Egypt. Anecdotes and speculations. The life of Wahkare Khety II is rich with anecdotes and speculations, though much of it remains shrouded in mystery. One popular story, though not supported by strong historical evidence, suggests that Khety II was known for his shrewd political maneuvering. According to this tale, he was adept at forming alliances with local rulers and using diplomacy to his advantage. This skillful diplomacy may have been crucial in maintaining his position and managing the complex political landscape of his time. One anecdote tells of a dramatic event during Khety II's reign, a grand festival held in Heracleopolis to celebrate the completion of a major construction project. According to the story, the festival was attended by numerous regional rulers and dignitaries, each vying to showcase their own power and influence. Khety II reportedly used this opportunity to forge alliances and strengthen his political position. The festival was not only a celebration of his achievements, but also a strategic move to consolidate his power. Another intriguing speculation concerns Khety II's relationship with the gods. As a pharaoh, he would have been expected to maintain the favor of the gods and ensure their protection of his reign. Some scholars believe that Khety may II have engaged in elaborate rituals and ceremonies to appease the gods and secure their support. These rituals could have included offerings, festivals, and even dramatic reenactments of mythological events. One mythological event that Khety may II have reenacted is the conflict between Horus and Seth. According to Egyptian mythology, Horus, the god of kingship and protection, fought against Seth, the god of chaos and disorder. This mythological conflict symbolized the struggle between order and chaos, a theme that resonated with Khety II's efforts to restore stability to his fractured kingdom. The reenactment of this mythological event may have served as a powerful symbol of Khety II's commitment to maintaining order and divine favor. The end of the Tenth Dynasty. The end of the Tenth Dynasty marked a significant shift in Egyptian history. The first intermediate period gradually gave way to the Middle Kingdom, a time of renewed centralization and stability. The transition from the 10th dynasty to the 11th dynasty was not immediate, and the process involved a series of complex political and social changes. The 11th dynasty, which succeeded the 10th dynasty, was characterized by a resurgence of central authority and a renewed emphasis on monumental construction projects. The early rulers of the 11th dynasty, such as Mentuhotep II, played a crucial role in reuniting Egypt and restoring its former glory. This period of renewal and consolidation laid the foundation for the Middle Kingdom, a time of cultural and artistic flourishing. The transition from the 10th to the 11th dynasty was marked by a gradual shift in power dynamics. The 11th dynasty emerged as the dominant force, gradually overcoming the fragmented regional powers of the first intermediate period. This shift in power was accompanied by a renewed emphasis on centralization, administrative reforms, and the revival of traditional religious practices. Wahkare Khety II's death, like much of his life, is surrounded by uncertainty. The details of his succession and the precise nature of the transition to the 11th dynasty remain obscure. However, it is clear that his reign played a role in the broader historical narrative of Egypt. The efforts of Khety II and his contemporaries laid the groundwork for the reunification and revival of the Egyptian state. The historical impact. The historical impact of Wahkare Khety II's reign is often viewed through the lens of the broader changes occurring in Egypt during his time. His efforts to consolidate power and restore stability were part of a larger process of political and social transformation that ultimately led to the rise of the Middle Kingdom. The Middle Kingdom is often regarded as a period of renaissance in ancient Egyptian history, characterized by a resurgence of centralized authority, cultural achievements, and monumental architecture. The transition from the first intermediate period to the Middle Kingdom marked a return to a more stable and unified Egypt, and the legacy of Khety II's reign can be seen as a precursor to this period of renewal. Wahkare Khety II's contributions to the restoration of order and the consolidation of power were instrumental in paving the way for the subsequent rulers of the 11th dynasty. The challenges he faced and the strategies he employed provide valuable insights into the complexities of governance during a time of fragmentation and transition. Conclusion. Pharaoh Wahkare Khety II of the 10th dynasty stands as a testament to the complexities and challenges of ruling during a time of transition. His reign, though marked by both achievements and difficulties, reflects the resilience and adaptability of ancient Egyptian rulers. While much of Khety II's life remains shrouded in mystery, his legacy endures as a symbol of the enduring spirit of ancient Egypt. As we reflect on the enigmatic figure of Wahkare Khety II, we gain a deeper appreciation for the intricate tapestry of Egyptian history. His reign, set against the backdrop of a fragmented and evolving kingdom, offers valuable insights into the nature of power, diplomacy, and governance in ancient Egypt. In the end, Wahkare Khety II's story reminds us of the enduring fascination with Egypt's past and the timeless allure of its pharaohs.